जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। कृष्ण 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 हे। कृष्ण 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 हे। कृष्ण 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 रक्ष मां। कृष्ण 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 पाहि मां। कृष्ण 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 राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव रक्ष मां। राम राघव राम राघव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव पाहि मां। कृष्ण केशव हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Gaura Sundar, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Avnitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajakacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charna Ravinde Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Nistali Pravistan Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajakacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Shila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind Ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Iskcon founder Acharya Shila Prabhupada Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंज श्याम कुंज गिरी गोवर्धन की श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की यमुनामाई गंगा माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की श्री श्री गौरा सुंदर श्री श्री नित्यानंद राम की श्री पंच तत्व की शिला प्रभुपाद की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
जय 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 नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग जय नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग जय नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखम् नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखम् नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखम् नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलाददायिने 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 हिरण्यकाशीपूर्वक्षः 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 शीलटङ्कानकालाय शीलटङ्कानकालाय शीलाटङ्कानकालाय शीलाटङ्कानकालाय इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंह मदीं शरणं प्रपद्ये नरसिंह मदीं शरणं प्रपद्ये नरसिंह मदीं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरेणका अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे करकमलवरेणका दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव करकमलवरेणका अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव करकमलवरेणका अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव करकमलवरेणका अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे कमलवरेणका अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंह जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय 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 लक्ष्मी देवी जय लक्ष्मी देवी लक्ष्मी देवी जय लक्ष्मी देवी जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
जय श्री श्री विघ्न विनाशक श्री नरसिम्हादेव स्वामी महाराज की जय श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा स्वामी की जय श्री लक्ष्मी देवी की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल. Please all come and take the blessings of Narasimha Swami and then we will start the next part of the program. stand. Can you bring that here and take this out there? This stand is not working. Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Nityananda Ram, Gaura Sundar Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha Dev, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramamsa Parivijakacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinde Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to the Sunday Love Feast. The topic today is Time is the Essence. It's a very deep subject matter because all of creation is dependent on time, as we will discuss today. So I'll start off by wishing all of you a very happy new year. It's already the 4th, can you believe it? 4th of January 2026. Where did that all 3 days go? Right? Just gone like this. I was reminiscing on 2025. I was trying to ascertain what is it that I really achieved in 2025 that I can build on in 2026. Because really speaking, everything is milestones. Are we making progress in our spiritual life, in our material life? Because ultimately, we have to set goals and we have to work towards those goals. So we should meditate upon what goals did we set for 2025 and did we really achieve those? And if we did, that's congratulations, that's good. And what goals do we set for 2026? Ultimately, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a goal to shoot for, you're kind of just going through life. As I've said so many times, we don't want to just go through life. We want to grow through life, right? Because ultimately, when our time is up and we have to leave this material body, we have to leave this material situation that we're in, we should be able to see, we should be able to look back and say, okay, I made use of my human life. I truly made some use of my human life. We should be able to say that. But if at the end of our life we're still bogged down by our mundane desires and attachments and all, then really we have wasted our human life. Agree? Does everyone agree? Or am I just babbling? Well, I'm speaking from the Shastras because the Shastras tell us that human life is the highest form of life, higher than any other living entity. And it's only in this life that we can achieve what is called as the perfection of human life, right? What's the perfection of human life? Is to get out of this cycle of birth and death. Ultimately, that's the goal of life, human life. Because you can't do it in any other species of life. Unless you are so fortunate that you get the causeless mercy of Krishna, it's not possible. It reminds me of that story in Chaitanya Charitamrita where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave mercy to a dog and sent him back to the spiritual world. Well, if we count on that, we're going to waste our human life. We have to work towards it. We all have to work towards it, right? And so it's very important to understand that this human life is meant for achieving perfection. And until and unless we realize that and set our goals with this as the end goal, then we're just going through life. You compare your life from 2020 to 2025, and if there's been no change, you're still working, making money, buying more houses, buying more assets, and feeling a sense of achievement, that's kind of going through life. Because ultimately, what happens when you leave this world? None of this goes with you. Not a single thing goes with you from this material world. We come in with nothing. The baby comes in with her hands open and crying. She's crying because he or she's crying because they've come into this material world, leaving Krishna, and they leave the same way. They say not even the hair of a pin can go with you. And so we struggle so hard to accumulate and assimilate all these different material opulences and material assets, right? But at the end, none of it is going to help us. None of it is going to help us. And so when you grow through life, you're accumulating what will go with you, what is of value, not to this body, but to this spirit soul. You are that spirit soul. You're not this body. And so you have to accumulate what's valuable to this spirit soul and which will go back with you, right? And that should be our primary goal. And everything else in this material world that has been given to us is to facilitate this goal. All the wealth, assets, anything that you have should facilitate this goal, not replace this goal. As soon as it replaces this goal, then you're lost in this material world. You've lost direction. You have no direction in life, right? What you feel is direction is unfortunately misguided. So when this creation happens, how many of you know that there is a spiritual world? Everyone agrees that there is a spiritual world. Anyone does not agree that there's a spiritual world and everything is limited to this material world? I'm sure you all have been coming to Iskcon, and Iskcon is the educative center of the world right now in terms of spirituality. So you all should be knowing that there is a wonderful spiritual world, and that's where we all belong. That's our home. That's our true home, where we don't have to go through birth and death. Everything is perfect over there. Everything is perfect. And at the same time, there is more variety there than there is in this material world. Someone told me that, okay, we go to the spiritual world, what do we do there? I said, there's nothing that you can not do there what you're doing here, and even more, right? There's so much more that you can do there that you can't do here. So there's more variety there. It's more perfect, and everything is centered around Krishna, but at the same time, there's so much independence in serving Krishna and drawing pleasure from it. It seems like someone has parked a Lexus at the back, and the management, the Patel brothers, they want it to be moved because it's blocking the access to the back of their store for offloading. So if you can please remove that car, park it somewhere else. We don't want any kind of any of you getting any tickets or being told, especially when you come here to listen to Krishna Katha. So having said that, that also is the material world, which brings up all these challenges to us. As simple as parking a car is not going to be pleasant unless it's done in the right way. So I'm trying to recollect my train of thought. So there is a spiritual world and there is a material world. And of entire creation, 1/4 of it is the material world, while 3/4 of it is the spiritual world. Do you all know that? Everyone knows that? 1/4, huh? Yes, 75% is the spiritual sky and 1/4 is the material sky. And this material sky is known as Mahat Tattva. Have you all heard this word? Mahat Tattva. That means within this 1/4 spiritual sky, all of this material world exists. Okay? All of this exists within that 1/4 of the entire creation, entire sky. And 3/4 is the spiritual sky. All right? So when creation happens, right, At the beginning of creation, this Mahat Tattva, as we call it, is dead material. There's nothing. It's just existing, but there's no action, no nothing, no consciousness, nothing in it. Okay? And when the Lord decides, when Krishna, or if you call him Mahavishnu, who is actually the expansion of Krishna, who's responsible for creation, when he decides that I'm going to start this material creation, so he glances at this Mahat Tattva, and with his glance, what enters into the Mahat Tattva is time. It's the time that agitates this Mahatattva, and the Mahatattva develops consciousness through time, and it starts creating this material world. And then the other elements start entering, the false ego, earth, water, fire, air, ether, all the 25 elements enter, and then all of creation starts. But the important point to note is that the first factor is time. And everything after that is time-stamped. As when you go to a grocery store, you always look at a product and you see, when is its expiry date? Right? Is it enough time that I can use it? Like if the expiry date is tomorrow, you better use it today, otherwise it's going to be wasted, right? So they put the time stamp on it. Sometimes they put best if used by. Have you all seen that? Huh? So I kind of wonder, are they leaving it to my imagination that I should decide when I can stop using it? Best if used by. They give us a date. Okay, they say, you should use it by this, but after this, we're not responsible. That's all they're saying. Best if used by. But other places they will say expires so and so. I like that better because it makes it very definitive, right? So when this universe is created, it is time-stamped, expires on so and so, not best if used by. Okay? It's got a finite time stamp. So we know that this universe is going to be there from this time to this time. There's a defined number of years for that universe. Okay? Even when Mahavishnu creates this universe, right, then he enters into this universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Some of you may have heard this term, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, right? Is an expansion of Vishnu. He is also time-stamped. He only exists as long as the universe exists. When it's time for the universe to be annihilated, that Garbhodakshay Vishnu returns back into Mahavishnu, because he's an expansion of Mahavishnu. He is also time-stamped. And so from his navel comes Brahma, who's the first created being, who's not born. He just appears, he manifests. But he too has a time stamp. He lives for 100 Brahma years, the celestial years. But he's also time-stamped. And so everything within this material world is time-stamped. Actually, there's only one thing that is not time-stamped. Can any of you guess what is that? What? Huh? God. What was that? God. What did you say? G-O-D, cause, God. What did she say? God, right? Well, God is not part of this material world, right? He enters into this material world, but he's not part of this material world. He makes things happen, but he's not under the influence of this material world. But that's a very good answer, really. But I was looking for something else. Huh? The soul is again not of this material world. It is spiritual in nature. In this material world, what is the one thing that's... Yeah, those 5 elements also, when the universe is over, then it just... They merge. Right, nothing remains. So really speaking, yes. Light. HT. Light. Well, Until the existence of the universe, there is light. But then the sun also has a lifespan. When this universe ends, even the sun is destroyed. So then there is no light. At the end, there is all darkness. Okay? But that's a very good thought. I'm so happy for you. Yes. Huh? Lead. Death. 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 Okay. Death is, it's not eternal, because as long as the universe exists, there is death. But after that, there is no death. Everything is over. So really speaking, the only thing that is eternal is nothing. That was supposed to be a joke. It's nothing. Nothing is eternal. Everything has a lifespan. Everything within this material creation has a lifespan. Even the expansion of Vishnu, who is God, he also has a lifespan. Right? As I said, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he also has a lifespan. So everything in this world has a lifespan. And so time is the one that is driving everything within this material world. So we're going to read this verse, and in this verse, Krishna is explaining how time is one of his energies, and how time is all pervading. It is the one that's driving everything. And then we'll get into more discussions. So if you all can repeat after me. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Kalosmi Lokashaya Krit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravritraha Ritepi Tvam na Bhavishyanti Sarve Eva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodha. Would anyone like to read? Some child? Any child would like to read? Would you like to read? Okay, this is Canto 1132. Thank you. Would you like to read? Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 1 minute. It went back to the top. Give me 1 minute. 1132, Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavatam. I'm so sorry. Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Loka Shayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravritra Ritepi Tvam na Bhavishyanti Sarve Eva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodha. Thank you. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokashaya Krit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Ritepi Tvam na Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Prodaha Yodaha. Anyone you want to read? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Loka Shayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Rite Pitamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. Ishi, 1 minute. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokashayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Rite Pitwamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokashayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Rite Pitwamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. Anyone else? Madhurya Gopal Prabhu, would you like to read? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokasmi Lokashayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Rite Pitwamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokashayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Rite Pitwamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. One more, anyone? Yeah, please. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokashayakrit Pravriddho Lokan Samahartumiha Pravrittaha Rite Pitamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Stita Pratyanikeshu Yodaha. Thank you. You're Anna, right? I spoke to you, right? Okay, welcome. Okay. Right, yeah. Translation, please repeat after me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So the important part is first Krishna is saying, time I am. Okay? That's the key phrase in this particular verse. So one must understand that if Krishna says, time I am, right? Then when we waste time, we're kind of disrespecting Krishna. Now what do you feel about this? Isn't it intense? You should not waste a single second, right? So I hope all of you all can reduce your screen time by 10% every month, so that by the end of the year, you're only using your screen time where you really need it. And use the rest of the time that you save for glorifying Krishna, for reading about Krishna, for hearing about Krishna, for singing about Krishna, right? Then you truly are respecting time and respecting Krishna, who is time himself. Okay? Now he says, I am the great destroyer of the worlds. Let's see what exactly is he trying to say here. Krishna comes here in this world, in this Bhagavad Gita, he says, I come here to destroy the irreligious and to save the religious and to re-establish the principles of religion. Those are the three things he says he comes for, right? To annihilate the miscreants, right? To annihilate the miscreants and to save the pious and to re-establish the principles of religion. That's what he comes for. And so he comes to establish the purpose of human life. The purpose of human life is to re-establish the principles of religion in our lives. Because we have lost it in this material world. We're so attached to material sense gratification that we have lost the main purpose of human life. The eternal soul that's residing within this body is not meant to sense gratify. In fact, all gratification should be with Krishna in the center. So we had a wonderful New Year's Eve party. Does anyone remember that? Right? It was amazing. Better than the parties that they have outside. The food was good. The drinks were good. In the morning, you didn't have a hangover. You didn't have to have your head in your toilet pewing and throwing up. And you were blissful next morning. You were so happy with how you had welcomed the new year, right? So that's what parties are meant to be, in the association of Krishna's devotees, right? In the association of Krishna's devotee, and the transcendental bliss should carry over throughout the year. You should not be puking out some garbage. Instead, you should have so much transcendental bliss within you that it carries you through the entire year. Right? So the soul, the Jivatma, is not meant for sense gratification. Gratification is always with Krishna in the center. And then its transcendental bliss, its devotional service. Anything you do with Krishna in the center becomes devotional service. In chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains that three things are most important. One is to acquire transcendental knowledge by which you can slay all your doubts, remove all your doubts. Second, through this transcendental knowledge, you must perform devotional service. Okay? And when you perform devotional service, everything that you do becomes devotional service. And third thing he says is that's the easiest way to liberation. That's the easiest way. There are two ways to liberation that he explains. One is through very difficult austerities. When you perform tremendous austerities, you leave everything, You go to the Himalayas and you meditate for hundreds of years, giving up all, um, not taking food and not taking any kind of liquid also, like Dhruva Maharaj did. That is very difficult. It's very difficult. So he says this path is not recommended. He says the path to perfection is through devotional service. So these three things he says. So time needs to be used for these three things. One is to acquire transcendental knowledge so that all your doubts are removed. So what is the biggest doubt that you have? Anyone? What is the biggest doubt that you have? Yes. Oh, she's stitching. I thought she raised her hand. So what is the biggest doubt that you normally have? The unknown after death? Anything else? While living, what is the doubt that you have? Anyone? You have doubt about the soul? That you are the soul or not? No, you can talk about it. Let everyone get... Okay. Correct. Correct. That's in the Bhagavad Gita too. Yeah, but the soul is spiritual in nature. What I was talking about is material things. Okay? So the soul is always eternal. Nothing can destroy the soul. It's always eternal. Right? So the greatest doubt that we have in this material world is Krishna for real? Because none of us has seen Krishna, right? Everything that we know about Krishna is through the Shastras that we read. And those who have doubts, they say the Shastras have also been written by someone, right? Is he authentic? Right? So that's the doubt that Krishna is addressing. Okay? That's the doubt. He wants to establish that this is not myth. This is not myth. This is real. This is real. That's the reason why he says you must acquire transcendental knowledge. So what is the transcendental knowledge? The study of the Bhagavad Gita and the study of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Through these two media, you can destroy all your doubt. When you read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, you will be left with no doubt. Srila Prabhupada said, when you start reading the Bhagavad Gita, just have a little faith that Krishna is God. And when you complete the Bhagavad Gita, you will be convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. You have to start with a little faith. And then when you read the Bhagavad Gita, at the end of it, you will have no doubt at all that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? And then in the middle of Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, he says, Janma karma chame devyam evam yoveti tatvata. Right? One who gets to know my pastime and my appearance, he is immediately liberated. He is released from this cycle of birth and death. He goes back to the spiritual world. Right? He says in the middle of Bhagavad Gita. So transcendental knowledge is about knowing Krishna, knowing his pastimes, knowing his appearance, right? And the other two things you should know is who am I and what is my relationship with Krishna. Once you understand this, then you have all the knowledge you need, which will remove all your doubts. He says in chapter 4, with this transcendental knowledge, slay all your doubts. He uses this word slay. Slay all your doubts. All your doubts are slain by this transcendental knowledge. Yes. Correct. We never enter into Krishna. Souls never enter into Krishna. You mean those, they repose in Vishnu till the next creation happens. That's what you mean. Okay. Okay. I thought you're saying you merge into Krishna. Okay. Okay, sure. The seeds. Yeah, mustard seeds. Yeah. When creation starts, then we again, yeah, correct. Very good question. So, at the end of this universe, when everything is annihilated, right, everything goes into Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu is not in the material world, he is just outside the material world. And so, it is said in Canto 2 of the Srimad Bhagavatam that all these elements that entered, which caused the creation, they again go back. So nothing is left. It's back to the original state where Mahatattva is dead material. There's nothing left. Nothing. And all the souls that have to wait for the next creation, they are reposing in Mahavishnu. Then when Mahavishnu decides that next creation is due, when he wants to, then again this whole process starts. But at the end, there's nothing. It starts with nothing, it ends with nothing. Okay? Just the Mahatattva dead material is that material sky is there, nothing else. Everything goes back the same way as it came. Okay? So, yeah, that karmas remains with us. Yeah, they remain with us till we again come back into this, to the next creation. Yeah. That's nicely explained in Canto 2 of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, coming back to what I was saying is, since Krishna is the time, right, he says, I am the great destroyer of the worlds. Since everything comes with a timestamp, as soon as it's created, the clock is ticking. Right? Even when we take birth, our clock is ticking. We do not know what is our lifespan. Some live for 6 months, some live for a year, some live for 10 years, some live for 100 years. No one knows what is their time span. But every single person is time-stamped at this time of birth. Okay? And the clock is ticking. So that's why he's saying, as time, I am the great destroyer of the worlds. Even the sun planet has its lifespan. Right? Even the sun is constantly being destroyed. Slowly it is approaching the time when it will also be destroyed. Okay? So time is the one, is that my phone? No. Time is the one that is slowly destroying everything. Everything that is created is time bound and it is being slowly destroyed. That is why Krishna is saying, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, because time is the one which is constantly destroying everything. Take a very practical example, right? Many of you have houses, right? Your roof has a time span. After 25 years, mostly the guarantee is for 25 years on the roof. After 25 years, you have to replace it, replenish it, refurbish it. Within your house, everything has a time span. It has to be replaced, right? So this house is continuously being destroyed, and you're continuing to rebuild it, rebuilding it by replacing everything whose time is up, right? And then one day you have to leave this house. Either you leave the house or you're forced to leave the house by leaving this universe, right? And so everything that you see around you, everything has a finite amount of time. Everything has a finite amount of time. So the whole purpose of this verse from Krishna is that we must respect every single second of life that we have. We should not waste even a single second of our life. because it's a very short time span. There are 4 yugas. In the first yuga, which is Satya Yuga, people used to live for 10,000 years, 100,000 years. Then the next yuga, they used to live for 10,000 years. Then came 1,000 years. Now we are in a yuga. How much time do we have? 100 years at the most. Some people take good care of their bodies and live maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years more. But really the average life for this particular yuga is just 100 years. Now you think 100 years is a lot of time? I don't even know how my 70 years of life has passed. When I look back, I can't even think, wow, I'm already this old? What happened? Huh? Before you know it, your youth is gone, you're in middle age, then your middle age is gone, you're suddenly in old age, and you don't even realize it. That's how fast time is going. Just you want an example, today you're in the 4th. Just see how fast 3 days of 2026 have gone. So fast. That's how it's going to be for the rest of the year. That's how it's going to be for your lifetime. And so it's very important for us to take advantage of every second of the life that we have been given. Don't waste it on mundane things. We have to work, we have a family to maintain, we have to take care of our health, we have to take care of so many material things. Yes, you have to. Those are your responsibilities. You cannot shirk them. You can, you must do it. You must. But do it in a Krishna conscious way. Do it with Krishna in the center. Do it with more dependence on Krishna. You'll see it becomes easier. Your life becomes easier. You don't have to fight every challenges. Krishna will take care of it. And slowly, slowly those challenges will reduce as you increase your dependence on Krishna. You have to try this. If you just listen to me, you're going to say, oh, I'm fine, don't worry about it. But when you really try it, then you'll see how it transforms your life, how Krishna consciousness transforms your life. You'll always be happy, you'll be blissful, you'll be satisfied. That is what is most important. And more important than that is you'll be grateful. You'll be grateful for everything you have. You'll be grateful for every second of the life that you're being given. Right? So time is very important, and you must understand the value of your time and make use of it. So now I'll open it up to any questions or any comments. Anyone wants to add anything to what I said? Yes. Who's the first one in heaven? When heaven is created, the first one is Brahma. Okay, you heard of Brahma? He is the first living entity in heaven. And that's why his abode, his home, is the highest in heaven. And it is called Brahma Loka. Okay? So he is the first created living entity. There's no one before him. All right? Does that answer your question?
What does consequential mean?
What does?
Consequential.
Consequences. Wow. Okay. There are three letters in the alphabet: B, C, and D. Okay, B, C, and D. Let's not consider A at this time. B, C, and D. B is birth. D is death. And C, what is C? Do you have any idea? No. C is choices. The choices that you make determine what will be the consequences. So let me explain. Okay? Consequences is like if you put your hand in the fire, what is the consequence of that? It'll burn your hand, right? Burn your finger, correct? You do something bad, then the reaction for that is called the consequence. If you do something good, then the result of that is the consequence of your action. Consequence means result of whatever action you perform, right? And ultimately, the choices that you make determines the consequences because of the choices you made. You choose to put your finger in the fire, right? Nobody tells you to do that. In fact, they tell you not to do it. Correct? But you choose to put your finger in the fire. That's why you get burned. You choose to do something because of which you get some reaction. Right? So remember this, that between birth and death, everything is determined by the choices that we make. See. And we have to bear the consequences of those choices, the results of those choices. Does that make sense? Okay, thank you.
When someone leaves the material world and if they go to the spiritual world, is there like a chance of them like being reborn into the material world?
Amazing question, very nice. According to Krishna, once you go to his material, spiritual world, you never come back. You're here for the first time and that's it. You'll never come back again. Okay, according to Krishna. Now, does that mean that Krishna is absolutely sure that I won't come back? No. The only time you will come back if Krishna chooses for you to come here. I'll give you an example. Srila Prabhupada said that he was approached by Krishna to come to this material world and preach Krishna consciousness. Okay? He is a pure soul. He was in the spiritual world. He was never destined to come to this material world. But Krishna wanted him to come and save all these conditioned souls so that they can have a chance to go back to the spiritual world. So he came on behalf of Krishna, right? So once we go back to the spiritual world, we never come back. But if Krishna sees that he wants to use you for a certain purpose and requests you to come to this material world, that's the only time it's possible that you may come to the material world. But otherwise, Krishna definitely says in the Bhagavad Gita that once you go, you never come back. Okay? Does that answer your question? Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
From the words, Prabhu, so why only, with the exception of the Pandavas?
Because he is talking about the war. Okay?
It's
In the war, he is already telling Arjuna that everyone in this war is going to die. That's already destined. I have made sure that everyone in this war is going to die. Time is going to destroy all of them. Their time is up. But the Pandavas, you, Arjuna, and your brothers, you still have time to go. You're not going to be slain in this war. That's what he's telling them. Okay? So he's trying to convince Arjuna that these people are already dead. They're going to die. If you don't kill them, if you don't fight, that does not mean that they will have an additional span of life. Their span of life is over in this battlefield. Now you do it or some other way they'll have to die. But they have to die in this battlefield. So that's what he is telling Arjuna. Yes, very specific to the war. Okay? Any other questions or comments? Yes, please.
I have a question about the time. So you mentioned utilize your time. So can you give an example, like how to start chanting everyday basis and how to put yourself into without having like interest into it?
That's a whole new class. But I'll try to answer it in short as much as I can. So let's start with the day. How does your day start? Let's start with that. First thing is that you determine what time in the morning do you get up. Okay? If you get up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, then I'm sorry to say you have lost the most important part of the day. A day is divided into 24 hours and it's a day is of 24 hours and it's divided into 3 sections of 8 hours each, right? The first section is from midnight to 8 a.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and 4 p.m. to midnight again. These are the 3 sections of a day. And when Krishna creates this material world, he introduces through Prakriti, the material nature, he introduces three modes of material nature. The three modes of material nature are goodness, passion, and ignorance. So the first part of the day, which is from midnight to 8 a.m., is the mode of goodness. The second part of the day is the mode of passion, which is from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the third part of the day is a mode of ignorance from 4 p.m. to midnight. Now, what does this mean? It's nice jargon, but what does this mean? Okay? This means that in the first 8 hours of the day, which is from midnight to 8 a.m., it is the most conducive to practicing what is considered as we call as sadhana, or it is the spiritual practice. The spiritual practice. After 8 o'clock, you enter into the mode of passion. Why is it called in the mode of passion? Because most of us start working at 8 a.m., right? We go to work, or we have a business. Give me 1 minute, huh? We have a business, or whatever work we do, right? We get so involved in it. We are so passionate about it. Why do we work? Is to get results, to get money, to get opulences, to get assets, whatever it may be, right? We're so involved in it that our entire focus is on that aspect. That is why it's called mode of passion, right? Passion means we are in the mode of go, go, go. We're always going. We're always trying to achieve through our work, whatever work we do. And then after 4 to 8 p.m., you can see it practically in your life. We want to relax, we want to enjoy, and we don't want to have any distraction from our enjoyment. So either you go to parties, you go to bars, I'm sorry to say it, or you go to some place where you can sense gratify. If you can't go somewhere at home, you watch TV, you probably have some prohibited drinks and all that, and all kinds of things. That is considered as in the mode of ignorance, because that 8 hours of the day is a complete waste. Unless you're using that time to spend with your family, taking care of their needs, even discussing Krishna Katha, discussing spiritual matters, right? Then you are making use of that 8 hours. But the general population, they do not do that, right? So to answer your question, the first 8 hours is when, if you have some spiritual practice, it is intense. It is the most result producing. So if you're chanting, like our sadhana is to chant. The best time to chant is early in the morning. To give an example, my day starts at 3 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I make sure that I'm done with all my necessary actions, necessary having a bath, going to the bathroom, whatever I have to do. By 3:30 I finish. And then either I come to the temple to attend what we call as Mangal Aarti, the first Aarti of the day. By 4:30 it starts. In between I do some chanting. Then after Mangal Aarti, when it is done by 6 o'clock, then the next 1.5 hours I use to complete my chanting. And then I'm ready to go to my workplace, whatever it is. And my day goes very well because I have acquired a lot of strength through my spiritual practice. Acquired a lot of strength. I'm empowered by the Lord himself who is sitting in my heart. And my day goes very nice. Every single day. I've seen it personally. Those who are practicing this same sadhana, they can vouch for it as well. So this is the practice that one should follow throughout the day. Then your mode of passion is empowered and you can deal with it. Your mode of ignorance is reduced and you actually use those hours as well constructively. But if you don't have a sadhana, then you are at the mercy of these three modes. You're completely at the mercy of these three modes. Because the first thing that happens is you don't even get up till 8 o'clock. So the whole mode of goodness is gone. You lost that whole time. And then you're totally into passion and ignorance. And so As I said, you just go through your day, you don't grow through your day, right? So one should make sure that they inculcate sadhana into their day, Some way or the other, you must get your chanting done early in the morning. You must get your spiritual practice done early in the morning. And the only way to do that is to reduce the ignorance span. What that means is, make sure you go to bed at 9 or 9:30 in the night, evening. Don't stay till 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock awake. Then it's not possible for you to get up to take advantage of the mode of goodness. That's the reason why you reduce your ignorance span and increase your mode of goodness span. So by 9, 9:30, try to be in bed. And it's also healthy. I can share articles from you which shows that your body is actually recovering between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. If you are going to bed after 11 p.m., you are not giving your body a chance to recover from all the damage that it undertakes throughout the day. So it's healthy also. You'll see you'll always be very healthy. So that should be your practice. I don't know, did I answer your question? Right? So that should be the practice that one should incorporate into their daily lives. And they will be healthy and they will always be happy and satisfied. Your question? Okay. Okay. What is happiness? That's a wonderful question because we talk about happiness so much. Give him a big hand. I love that question. So happiness is of two types. You have to listen the answer. Happiness is of two types. One is assumed happiness and one is real happiness. Assumed happiness means you assume that you're happy, and real happiness is that you're really happy. Okay? Assumed happiness comes from fulfillment of material desires. I don't know if he's listening. Assumed happiness comes from fulfillment of material desire. Like you desire a ball, you desire a game, you desire whatever you really like. When you get that, you're happy, right? But how long are you happy with that? I go to a shop and I buy a brand new car. And I'm very happy for 6 months. After 6 months, I get so used to the car, I no longer care. It's just another vehicle that takes me to work, brings me back, right? So that is assumed happiness. But real happiness is which lasts forever, right? And that real happiness comes only when we come and pray to Krishna, we take shelter of Krishna, and we bring Krishna into our life, then we are always happy. That is real happiness. Does that help? Huh? So we should seek real happiness, not just material happiness. Material happiness is also required, but it should not be the focus of our life. All right? What's your second question? When there is no time, that means it's the end of this world. Like I said, when this world ends, there is no time. Then time goes back to the spiritual world. Then it's no longer in the material world. As soon as there is no time, there's no world. As long as this universe is there, time is there. All right? Thank you. Thank you so much. Huh? 2 questions. Yeah. What is happiness and what is time? Very nice questions. Very nice. Anyone has any more questions? Yeah.
Sorry, I have one question to piggyback on her question, how to start chanting. For someone who's already chanting, I guess I'm thinking of myself. So the goal is 16 rounds, right? And for, I guess, all of us here, or majority of us in this grihastha ashram phase or ashram, right? So especially we all know that women get involved a little more in all the chores and tasks and preparation for the school and all that stuff. So what would be your maybe, not your advice, but based on the shastras and based on just experience, kind of advice or tricks for specifically maybe female individuals to get there to 16 rounds, considering there's so many things to do, and sometimes it's hard to get up at 3:30 because I know 3:30 is the goal. We've been always taught that to get up. I'm coming from like a Russian background, and we have gurus like specifically like Chaitanya Charandas. Maybe you've heard of him. So he always like, okay, 3:30 is the goal, and everybody, oh no, we cannot do that. We can't do that. So okay, 4:30. Still a little bit difficult if you need to drive to Atlanta Midtown, right, or something like that. So how to get to that 16 rounds when there's so many things to do?
The three modes do not distinguish between male and female.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately.
It's all conditional,
now,
but...
I'm going to answer your question.
Yes.
I'm just telling you the modes do not distinguish. So one has to lead a more regimented life, right? So for a mother with a small child, I'm giving an example, right? When the child comes home from school, okay, the child, you feed the child, you give him some time for recreation because the child needs it. He needs some playtime, okay? Then after the playtime, let's say the child returns at 4 o'clock, you feed him, give him some time to, him or her, some time to have some recreation. Then you sit down with the child 6 to 7 or 6 to 8, work with them through their, whatever is their school work or whatever the work may be. Then feed them. Make sure that they go to bed. This is very important. Make sure that your child is in bed by 9 o'clock. Otherwise, you have no life. I'm telling you. Your child has to be in bed. Now, if the child is in high school, you cannot impose. Basically, they have their own challenges. They have so much project work. They have so much other things going on. So they may stretch that time, but still you need to set some boundaries, right? Keep in mind that if they sleep early and they get up more early in the morning, they will achieve more, right? If a child goes to bed at 9 o'clock, instead of doing his work from 9 to 11 and gets up at 4 o'clock and works from 4 to 6, I promise you he will achieve more than he will achieve from 9 to 11. So just push that time to the morning time. And that helps the mother too. When you regiment your time throughout the day, then you are able to achieve as much time of the mode of goodness as you can. But our problem is that we get so involved in the mode of ignorance that we lose the mode of goodness. So try to transfer as much work as you can to a later time, morning time, in which time you will achieve more. You'll be able to chant, you'll be able to do the necessary, your necessary responsibilities to take care of the child. Everything will fall into place. But essentially, 9 o'clock is very, very important. When you do that, everything else will become easier. So I'm not sure if I answered your question, because I know women have other challenges too, but each individual has to negotiate that challenge according to their situation, trying their best to take advantage of the mode of goodness as much as they can. So there's no one answer really, but if you keep in mind that you want to take advantage of the mode of goodness as much as you can, then you will find a way. You'll find a way by which you can adjust. Make sure that your children cooperate with you, and then you will be able to achieve that.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, cooperate with me.
So we'll stop here. I know it's getting late. And I will request Madhurya Gopal Prabhu to take it from here. There's a number of celebrations that we have. So he's going to address it. Thank you.
Hare Krishna all. Okay, 3:30 p.m. Okay, in my example, like my alarm is 5 o'clock. After a couple of snoozes, I get up at 5:20. And I try to finish my rounds as soon as, early, because I don't have any other work before going into my office. So yeah, I'll keep this one and try pushing 10 minutes per month or something. Okay. Haribol, we have a couple of events, celebrations today, and we have three Sunday Feast sponsors today. Can I now invite Linganath Prabhuji and Shubha Mataji here? Linganath Prabhu and Shubha Mataji with her family, with their family, and especially daughter Toshna. You can't escape Toshna. You'll be you have to be here. And yeah, they're just sponsoring this first Sunday feast. Just they want blessings for their family and especially Toshna. She's in high school, so she wants blessing from Vaishnavas so that she can proceed both in spiritual and material. Hari Bol Prabhuji. Let's all raise our hand and chant Hare Krishna 3 times, Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This family, I want to let you know that this family is very integral to this, our congregation. Mataji always cooks boga once in a week or twice in a week whenever it's required from her. She gets boga prasadam, boga for the deities, and Prabhuji is always here helping us, serving and post-cooking, cleanup and all. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wanted to say something? Come.
Nothing. Just wishing everyone a very happy new year, and let Krishna bless all of us and have a wonderful year.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Toshna, we wanted to see you often on Sunday feast, okay? Whenever you have some time, please stop by, okay? Oh, okay. Yeah, one more thing which sorry, it went off my mind. As you may all know that we are inviting Ayodhya Ramlala to our temple. And end of February, we are mostly we are going to get the entire altar done, and Ayodhya Ramlala will be here before Ramnavami for sure. So he has given us good donation for both for the deity and the altar which we are manufacturing. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Anyone who's interested to sponsor any part of amount for the Ramlala's altar, please see Sham Prabhuji, me, or Vamshi Prabhu. Okay, thank you so much. Now next is, we are celebrating one 16th birthday. I invite Anil Prabhu, Bhagyashri Mataji and family. So Anil Prabhu and Bhagyashri Mataji. Hello, Aish, come here. Can we get cake, knife and plate and spoon? From here, can you get one small plate and a spoon? So Anil Prabhu and Bhagyashri Mataji are part of our congregation way before we start this temple, maybe 5-6 years back when we had our Bhakti Vriksha in different homes. Anil Prabhu used to host a Bhakti Vriksha in their home sometimes. So Anil Prabhu always helps us in decoration, and Mataji helps us in cooking and boga for the deities. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. And let's, Anil Prabhu, okay? We are going to sing happy birthday song. Anil Prabhu. Happy birthday. Oh, wait. Where is the knife? Okay. Prabhuji, come over. Yes. It's his sweet 16th birthday. As you all know that in spiritual world, there is only one age for everyone. It is 16th. So we always have 16th birthday celebrated. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anil Prabhu. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Can we all of us raise our hands and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 3 times for the blessing of this wonderful family? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Can we have garlands for the wonderful couple? And Mataji, can you feed him his 16th birthday cake? You are second, right? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Feed your son also. Yeah, yeah. Hari Bol. Maybe feed. Okay, take this garland. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, couple of words.
Hare Krishna. Just want to wish Happy New Year to everyone. Also want to thank everyone, Madhur Gopal Prabhuji, Vamshi Prabhuji and Shyam Prabhuji for hosting this Sunday Feast event. And also want to thank whoever is involved with the Sunday Feast. I would have joined, but because of my work commitments, I was not able to come. Anyway, thank you.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Shyam Prabhuji, Vamshi Prabhuji, Madhurya Prabhuji, and all Matajis and Prabhujis for always being with us and thinking us and keeping us in your prayers. And being a part of this association has made us a better person in this life. So we would like to thank everyone. Thank you so much for your association. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Very good. That's what we want. Energetic Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Yeah, anyone else in future wants to celebrate their birthdays, anniversaries, or any other events, please, you can let us know. And last one, we are celebrating Shyam Padamani, one of our director. He's not here. He was stuck in the traffic. He went to drop his daughter to airport, but he was not able to make it in time. So he's sponsoring the Sunday feast on occasion of his father's Tidhi. His father name is Krishnamurti. So all of us will raise our hands and pray for his father Krishnamurti 3 times. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, Shyam Padmatinti Prabhu is our director. He has celebrated his 31st December was his birthday, again 16th birthday. So even though he's not here, we'll celebrate his birthday. We'll have some kid come and cut the cake. You want come over here. Prabhuji, can you take a video? We'll post it to Shyam Prabhu. So remember, we are going to sing happy birthday song for Shyam Prabhu. Shyam Padmatindi. Okay? Wait. Okay? I will ask you to cut. Okay? Like, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shyam Padmatindi Prabhu. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Also, we'll pray for Shyam Prabhu 3 times with Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all. Prabhuji, do you have any other announcements?
Thank you, Madhura Gopal Prabhu. So I'll not take too much time. I know everyone is hungry and there's really nice prasadam today. So I'll make it short. Our next big project, as Prabhu mentioned, is to bring Lord Ram over here. Ram as in Ayodhya Ram, 5-year-old Ayodhya Ram. And the deity is in the process of being made. It will be here by February 15th or around that time, and soon construction will start for a separate altar for Ram Lala. He will be between these 2 altars, and it's going to be absolutely glorious. On that day, that weekend before Ram Navami, we'll be welcoming Ram Lala with a huge abhishek. Everyone will get a chance to perform abhishek. That deity is this big. And so everyone will get a chance. That's the one time when you all will get a chance to perform Abhishek. After that, it's never going to happen again. Only Brahmanas will be allowed to serve Lord Ram. So take advantage of this opportunity. It'll be the weekend before Ram Navami. Then on Ram Navami itself, we will have another very big festival for Lord Ram. So it's all in the works right now. Of course, we have some challenges. If you all can help with some donations and all to get that wonderful altar done, to get the Vigraha, the Lord Ram here, please feel free to approach us and serve, because there's nothing like bringing Ram here. When you all actually donate towards bringing Ram here, Lord Ram is about all, he's the reservoir of all pleasure, he's the reservoir of all kindness, compassion. So one should be very willing to surrender to Ram, to bring Lord Ram here. So we need some help, so you all can please reach out to us, and whatever you're capable of, we will be most grateful. The second thing is that on 30th January, we have a very big festival. Is the festival of Lord Nityananda, Nityananda Trayodashi. Have you all heard about this? Anyone does not know who is Lord Nityananda? Lord Nityananda is Balram himself, Krishna Balram. Krishna appeared a second time 500 years, approximately 500 years back, again, because Narada Muni went to Krishna and said, you spoke the Bhagavad Gita, but you only created more confusion. People are so confused, they do not know how to imbibe Bhagavad Gita into their lives. And so Krishna said, don't worry, I'm coming again, second time, but this time I won't come as myself, I will come in a golden form, and in that form I will be my own devotee. And as a devotee, I will show the world how one can worship Krishna and achieve perfection. So that is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as we know him. That is Krishna himself. But whenever Krishna comes, with him comes Balram. Okay? So Balram came before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Nityananda. And so we're celebrating Balram Jayanti or Nityananda Jayanti, whatever you may call it, on 30th of January, which is the day of appearance of Lord Nityananda. On that day, we will have Abhishek of both Mahaprabhu Gauranga and Nityananda. There'll be a very nice program, Kirtans, Abhishek, Pushpanjali, Parikrama, and then very nice Mahaprasadam. The program will start at 6 o'clock in the evening, and we will send out the schedule on our chat group. So if you're not part of the chat group, you can join. Is there anyone here who is here for the first time? Can you give them our folder? So those who are here for the first time, we have a folder which has all the information about this temple, our hours, our services, everything is available. So please take one copy. And we will also post in our chat group the entire schedule for Nityananda Trayodashi. All right? So now I would request everyone to come and take the blessings of Lord Narasimha while we set up the prasadam. The prasadam will start as soon as the Narasimha blessings